but he's a purpose he scored on a wet overnight in Turin. How human beings fare can't halt speaking on. Love a souvenir of the gods. Cristiano Ronaldo's steaming elevated boot of such black-grey clouds elicited a permanent applause of Juventus fans and leftward though actual Madrid trainer Zinedine Zidane awestruck. It was, Ronaldo oneself told, perhaps the top of his whole career. Bike kicks are not unusual. It was the steep height at that the 33-year-old associated in the dribble, according to reports as top as a goalie's crossbeam. Zinedine Zidane, actual Madrid vs Bayer Leverkusen, 2002 up proper the at first officer to win Serial Europe hobby with AC Milan's Arrigo Sacchi. Zidane was one of the largest talented players of his general. The Frenchman's leftward-footed salvo in the Champions League definitive 16 years ago was both of balletic and cruel, epitomizing his refinement and fatal precision. It was as well crucial, giver Los Blancos a recording 9 name in Europe's prime clubhouse contest. Requested whose renowned purpose beautiful the lot as fans filled out of the Allianz scene on Tuesday overnight, the actual Madrid lug had no question. "Oh Pitt," laughed Zidane. "Certainly Pitt." Marco van Basten, Netherlands vs USSR, 1988. As a little boy, Van Basten dreamed of proper a rhythmic gymnast. Fortunately for Holland soccer fans, he became one of the big Europe forward always, in all how dexterity and ability, upcoming to the forward in the 1988 Europe League. It is the impudence of Van Basten's salvo, undertaken previous of the narrow of angles versus the USSR, how places it amongst the Parthenon of greats. I did not very know which I had made, he reflecting. Thou can as well see how in my response. I am request, which is event. His teammates were at a such losing to explanation which they had fair seen. Thou cannot fire of how corner, told Ronald Koeman. It very was too top, added Frank Rijkaard. Rude gullet coordinated, proverb, he will do how else millionth times and yet not score how purpose. Few, if all, include with. Dennis Bergkamp, Stockpile vs Newcastle, 2002. Bergkamp's purpose versus Newcastle in the British Prime League is else how fans and pundits like back to while the big always discussion resurfaces. In his behind to purpose, the Stockpile striker, tenderly called the climber, had the steadiness and presence of reason to shake the dribble about Newcastle protector Nikos Dabizas' pirouette and carelessly complete history goalie Phaeton taking into account. Normally while you do thing wonderful you get transferred off, teammate Thierry Henry told. How lot times did you see a guy do a large monitoring and later raise the complete? Dennis did thing wonderful but later remaining calm. How's the distinction among large players and regular players? It looked a bit specific or odd or pleasant but for me it was the fast way to the purpose, told the Dutchman. This complete, it was fair hard to get at history the goalie in such a way he cannot achieve he. Diego Maradona, Argentina vs England, 1986. The as-called purpose of the age was just the other most renowned hit of a Planet Cup quarter-final. Maradona's slaloming run and complete versus England at Estadio Azteca is worthwhile for its fame as so as its ability. Just 4 persons protocol over, the miniature Argentinian had patently deceived in the eyes of the Planet observer. It seemed the just man who had skipped his intentional handball history goalie Peter Shilton, shamefully duplicated the brush of deity, had been Tunisia judge Ali bin Nasser. How act of undisguised deceit drew Argentina's standard. Which happened following could just be named genie. Reception, the dribble profound in his own part, Maradona glides striker in the dribble outwardly pasted to his feet, outgoing a path of confused England defenders in his wake up. Up you can though trial which's happened, Shilton has been leftward on his backside and the dribble already is in the net. Carlos Alberto, Brazil vs Italy, 1970. But he's not all on person shine. Carlos Alberto's at first time complete versus Italy in the definitive of the 1970 Mexico Town Planet Cup comes following crew go comprising 9 players how, for lot, embodies the really ghost of Iago Mackerel, this nice play. By the period the Brazilian skipper extortion striker of law behind love a vapor boat train, the play was all but up, in Italy 3-1 downward. But he's Alberto's purpose in just a few protocol left how all remembers, lot many decades on.